That's an interesting question, and the new paradigm that's really operative of late is talent as a customer. Now that's a paradigm shift. Never ever has talent and the market from where the talent is got has been treated as a customer segment. The key difference is the moment you position somebody as a client or a customer, the whole positioning, paradigm, language, thought process, thought leadership completely shifts to becoming very, very business oriented. So when you treat talent as a customer, you got to be state of the art. You got to have what I would call a career customization, if you will, because you want to suit and customize what the customer wants. And here the customer is the talent you want to get on board in your company, be it at the entry-level management business schools or mid-level hire or absolutely CXO C-suite executives. When you look at that segment as a customer, the entire domain of employer branding, marketing angle, getting savvy technology piece to the table, as in digital applications in the HCM space, and more importantly, ensuring that any and every output or a deliverable from the HCM function or the human resources function is completely anchored and tied in to the business objectives. That's when you really get what they call the seat at the table, because there's huge hue and cry about, oh, HR doesn't get a seat at the table. So how do you get it? You got to get the share of mind of the CEO and the CXO. How do you do that? If you ain't gonna speak business language, which means metrics, matrices, numbers, market, and being very strategic in perspective rather than transaction, be more transformational, that's when you get the sound bites reaching out to the stakeholders. And the key thing here is, when you position a talent as a customer, the immediate body language and the mental thought process is, customer is king, so he knows more. So you can't assume that you're the employer and therefore you have a sort of the balance of power in your favor. Not at all. In fact, you're the one who's depending on him. In fact, Steve Jobs has gone on to say, no point in hiring smart guys and telling them what to do. At Apple, actually, they hire smart guys and then they ask them, tell us what we should do. Now that's what I call paradigm shift. That's what I call giving respect to the customer, i.e. the talent, and that's when the talent comes on board completely empowered, huge elbow room, and completely charged with the idea of adding value to make a difference. To me, I think that's a very, very critical shift, where I've covered branding, I've covered the technology, the digital platforms, and I'm talking about customer engagement. And going forward, if companies have to have a skin in the game, they will need to treat talent as a customer, not as somebody who is dependent on you. You are dependent on them.